Afternoon.
My name is Flipperachi. I'm the Sergeant at Arms, and I'm all set to open the meeting. We are at the stroke of 2 p.m. To start with, let me read out the district mission. We build new clubs and support all clubs to achieve excellence. Having stated this, let me read out some simple ground rules, as this is a virtual meeting and an open house. We would have lots and lots of non-Toastmasters. And for those members who are not Toastmasters and are not familiar with the virtual meetings, I request all of them to keep their microphones on mute. I repeat, I request all the non-Toastmaster members to keep their microphones on mute. They can unmute and speak when the moderator or the presiding officer requests them to. And also those members can keep their video cameras on who are online in order to gain a bigger bandwidth. With these simple ground rules, I hand over the virtual stage to our event chair for District 20 and Division H. Toastmaster Faisal.
Toastmaster Srinivas, please hand over the podium to Master of Ceremonies with the introduction.
Thank you very much.
Srinivas. I repeat, Toastmaster Srinivas, our Chief Sergeant at Arms, please hand over the control to our MC with the introduction.
You're on mute, Brother Srinivas.
May I request the Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Farida Bai, to take over the virtual podium and address the gathering.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Srinivas, the Sergeant at Arms. I hope our District 20 director is here. Let me just show the presence of our dignitaries. District 20 Director DTM Mohammed Salim, District 20 PQD DTM Alifia Lakhrawala, District 20 CGD DTM Khalid Abdullah, our Division H Director DTM Faisal Jamil, all the other division directors, area directors, dignitaries, and fellow Toastmasters, and most importantly, the known Toastmasters guests whom we have. A warm good evening to one and all. Myself, Toastmaster Farida Bai, your Master of Ceremonies. I have been in Toastmasters from 2015. I am a member of 4 different clubs. My home club is Angels Toastmasters Club. I'm also a member of Falcon Toastmasters Club, Voice of Islam Toastmasters Club, and St. Paul's Toastmasters Club. I'm currently the Area 33 Director. So I would like to extend a warm welcome to each and everyone to this District 20 open house organized by Division H. Let me just give you a very, very small intro about how Toastmasters began. Dr. Ralph C. Smedley, he was the founder of Toastmasters. He first attempted to create Toastmasters and he failed. In 1905, he actually held a communication skill building meeting in Illinois, but the group didn't have that leadership skills, and so soon it just got fizzled. Nearly after 2 decades, which is in 1924, he was successful in launching a Toastmasters Club in California, putting that organization on through a phenomenal trajectory. And from then on, the membership has grown because the Toastmasters program have helped almost 345,000, and I guess it's more now. The membership is very more. We have almost 16,000 clubs in 142 countries. So Toastmasters International is basically a non-profit educational organization which is devoted only for the development of communication and leadership skills. Now, as our Sergeant at Arms has already read the district mission, let me just help you in understanding what Toastmasters International mission is and what our club mission is. The Toastmasters International mission is we empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. And our club mission is we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, what is an open house? Mainly, an open house is conducted to build an already existing club. Open house is basically a fun-filled casual event where the guest can actually ask questions, meet the existing Toastmaster members, and also get a feel for that unique Toastmasters culture. Basically, it is conducted to showcase the benefits of Toastmasters and how each one of us can improve our skills and how the improved skills can be transferred to the world outside Toastmasters. Now, in an open house, it contains all the core elements what a regular Toastmaster meeting have, like the Toastmaster of the day, which is me, your Master of Ceremonies. We will be having a timer. We will be having a speaker. We will be also having a table topic sessions, which is going to be the fun-filled session for today. And also an evaluation segment. I'll be explaining it to you during the event. Now, let me first introduce our first dignitary who is going to give all of us his first address. And he is the most important person of this event. Our event chairman, Toastmaster Faisal Jamil. He's currently serving as our Division H director. He has served as a mentor, a coach, and have also organized speechcraft programs. He have also mentored a Gavel Club. He was also selected as the outstanding Toastmaster at the District Toastmasters annual event during 2018-2019. So let me just welcome our event chair, Toastmaster Faisal Jamil. Toastmaster Faisal Jamil, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies, District 20 Director, DTM Mohammed Salim, District Program Quality Director, DTM Alifia Laktawala, District Club Growth Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah, all other district officers, division directors, area directors, and not to forget our very fond DTM Ali Shahbaz Ali, our immediate past region advisors, Toastmasters, guests, leaders all around the world. I welcome all of you in the District 20 open house, which is organized by Division H. The message is very short, what I want to say here. Life. Life is made of, for me, is the three elements. The first one is the moments. Even Ralph C. Smedley, founder of Toastmasters, said the same thing. We learn best once we be in the moments. Opportunities, the second part. My life. Whenever you find an opportunity, grab it. And try to be in that opportunity. Try to be in that moment. Live those moments. And the third and very important is a gratitude. Are we saying thank to each and every blessing we have in our life? So my life is fulfilled with these three main basic elements where movements, opportunities, and gratitude is part of my life every day. Not to forget how that event is organized and who are the heroes of this event. I would request our moderator to please bring the slide up. These are the people. I cannot forget our event vice chair, DTM Khalid Abdullah, our head of registration, Muhammad Vikaruddin, Toastmaster Farisa as the head of education, Toastmaster Ala Latiki, head of PR and marketing, head of IT and presentation, Toastmaster Vishal, and Toastmaster Bilyana. You have seen all the beautiful write-ups written by our creative content writer, Toastmaster Bilyana. And those few more stars of the show today, our Zoom moderator, Toastmaster DTM Kajetan Barreto, our Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Farida Bai, Toastmaster Najla as Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Hisham as one of the speakers here, Toastmaster Sadia Riaz, which is speech evaluator, our two eminent event timer, Toastmaster Latif and Dayan. Without them, I was not able to execute and be here today. I would request each and everyone to please appreciate these star and heroes with your big round of applause. Thank you so much for having me. With this, I will hand over the control back to our Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Farida. Over to you, Toastmaster Farida.
Thank you very much, Mr. Faisal Jamil. Now let me move on to our next dignitary. But before that, can somebody please confirm whether our District 20 director is here? I believe he is not here. So let's move on to our CGD because he's the one who is available right now. What to say about him? He's a member of 3 clubs, Babco Toastmaster Club, president of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club, and the immediate past president of St. Paul's Toastmasters Club. As we all know, and especially just for the information of the non-Toastmasters here, his purpose in life is to lead his kids by a good example of a father to be followed, and that's why he is here in Toastmasters. So let's put our hands together to welcome our District 20's own Club Growth Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah. DTM Khalid.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies, for the lovely introduction. Let me recognize first the chairperson, Division H Director, DTM of Toastmaster Faisal Jamil, all of the division directors. Special mention to Toastmaster Marwan, the Public Relation Manager for District 20, has been an instrumental as well in this. All of the role players, all of the Toastmasters of District 20 and outside, and our special guests. Good afternoon to one and all. It gives me an immense pleasure to stand here representing District 20, regardless of whichever title I'm carrying. I'm a passionate Toastmaster, and this is exactly what we are trying to do here. Toastmasters has changed my life, and it changed the lives of many others as well around the world, and not just in Bahrain and in Kuwait. The purpose for this open house has 2 folds. The first fold is to focus on the existing Toastmasters Yes, to focus on the existing Toastmasters, to send some hope as well during such difficult time. The other, of course, is to welcome the new guest, the to-be Toastmasters. And thank you so much for believing in us and believing in yourself that you can be a better person, a better version of yourself. Toastmasters is the world of enhancing the communication and leadership within each individual. We've been through a lot, not just Toastmasters, but around the world. We've been through a lot. The pandemic did not really made it easy for us. All of us been through this. And that reminds me of a quote that I've been using all around. This year is not the year to have everything you want. This year is the year to appreciate all the things you have. Thanks to the virtual platform, we managed to continue, and thanks for this platform again for allowing us to have this open house where everyone can gather and learn together and discover something new. Thanks for the curiosity of the new guests who are here to learn something new and hope, out of belief in whatever we have as Toastmasters, convince you to join us, to join the world of self-discovery. Thank you so much for being here. Don't want to take longer time. Let's enjoy today's event, and over to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you very much, CGT, for such a short and sweet address. Now let me move on to our next dignitary. She is a very familiar face in District 20. She has served many leadership roles during the last 8 years of her Toastmasters journey in club, area, and also in division. She has received the Best Division Director Award for the year 2017-2018. She comes from a service background where she helps people overcome their shortcomings. A physiotherapist by profession who believes in holistic rehabilitation of her patients. She is none other than our charismatic leader, District 20 PQD, DTM Alifia Lakhlawala. DTM Alifia.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. A warm good afternoon to our District Director, DTM Mohammed Salim, our Club Group Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah, our immediate past region advisor, DTM Ali Shahbaz Ali. The man of the hour who has organized this event, Toastmaster Faisal Jamil, other division directors, area directors of District 20, precious members of District 20, and the new members or the potential members who have joined District 20, the open house today. Good afternoon. I represent District 20 as the Program Quality Director, and my role for this year is to serve the members with good education and giving them the right knowledge about Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a 90-year-old program where it has been tested and we've got successful leaders all over the world. It shares the tagline of where leaders are made. Well, I would say it is an organization where non-leaders learn to lead. I joined as a novice 8 years back, and ever since that, there was no looking back. I have been fortunate enough to do various leadership roles, and today I am serving as the Program Quality Director of District 20. The urge to members here or the guests who have joined that this is one of the best platforms one can explore, hone their skills when it comes to communication or leadership. It helps you to understand, work with different type of people, manage time, and yet learn to lead with care and passion. This open house is just an attempt to show what Toastmasters is for all of us. I congratulate Division H team and our Club Group Director to put such a wonderful event together. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you very much, DTM Alifia. Now let's move on. In my initial statement, I had explained that in a normal open house, we have some role players. So now I'm going to introduce a very important role player for this event. This person will actually help us understand the value of time and also helps us to keep this event on time. He joined Toastmasters in June 2019. He's a member of two clubs, Bhavan's Club in Kuwait and also Karachi Toastmasters Club in Pakistan. He is learning to excel in 3D animations. He's working in Kuwait for the last 16 years. He's a travel agent by profession and a passionate leader. So let me welcome our timer for tonight, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor. He's going to be our main timer. Now, we also have a backup timer, just in case if something goes wrong with our main timer. She will be helping us in handling the timer role. She's of Jamaican parentage, born and grew up in London, but lived in Jamaica for 6 years. She came to Bahrain in 2017 as a teacher and joined Toastmasters in 2019. She is currently serving as the secretary in Bahrain Eloquent Toastmasters Club. So let me welcome our backup timer, Toastmaster Diane Reynolds. I'll be calling the timers to introduce the timing criteria as and when I introduce the speakers. Now let's move on to our inspirational speaker. He is one of my inspiration to be in Toastmasters. He joined Toastmasters in late 2004 in a corporate club in the company where he was working, which is the Aluminium Bahrain company. His passion for effective communication and influential public speaking took him further to the World Championship of Public Speaking, where he became the first Arab to reach the finals in Washington, D.C. in August 2006. He recently earned the accredited speaker recognition, the prestigious designation recognizing professional level public speaking skills offered by Toastmasters International. He is a professional trainer, speaker, consultant, and coach, helping companies and individuals build better communication, positive cultures, and innovative performance. He is famously invited to talk and train on health and safety, customer service, leadership, and public speaking. Before I call DTM Mohammed Shukri to the floor, can I just have the timing criteria explained by our timer, Toastmaster Latif? Toastmaster Latif? Our timer. Is our main timer here?
Yes, he's here. Yeah.
Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. The duration is for 30 minutes. So I will be showing a yellow light, a green light at the 20th minute, 25, I'll show the red light, green, yellow, and then the red light at the final 30 minutes. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, timer. So now, help me welcome our inspirational speaker for the event, DTM Mohammed Shukri, with the speech title, Think Before You Join Toastmasters. Think before you join Toastmasters, DTM Mohammed Shukri.
Wait, no, that's not the sound of your door. It's not the sound of your Zoom not working. It's just the sound of a mysterious, squeaky, scary door opening back in 2004, where I joined Toastmasters. I don't know what I was thinking, but today I want you to think before you join Toastmasters. Madam Master of Ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters, and all honorable and dear guests, I am talking to you today. Ladies and gentlemen, what got you here?
This time is for real.
Have we lost him?
Yes, we lost our speaker. I'm sure he will be logging in a while. Master of Ceremony, can you fill in, please?
Yes, for sure. But before that, can I just request our event chair to just check with our speaker if he'll be logging in back?
Yes, Master of Ceremonies, we are sending him the message. Give us
Okay.
just a few seconds.
So whatever I was planning to speak for the next speakers, let me just explain it to the non-Toastmasters here, how a Toastmaster meeting works. Now, after this inspirational speaker, we will be having a project speech. Here in Toastmasters, we come in to improve our speaking skills. And for that, we have an educational program. Right now, our educational program is called as Pathways. It's an online program wherein we select a path and we have different projects which we need to complete. Each project will have its own criteria. Some will help you in your presentation skills, some will help you in your planning skills, some will help you in engaging humor in your speech, and so on. There are 11 paths in the pathways. So each one of us can select whichever path we require. Now, every speeches which we give in a Toastmasters meeting, it is being evaluated by an evaluator. Now, here we see that in Toastmasters, we don't criticize anyone. Instead, we evaluate each speeches and give positive and constructive feedbacks. Now, today in this meeting, you will be witnessing a project speech and also an evaluation of that project speech, which will be done by an evaluator. I believe we have got our speaker back. Is DTM Mohammed Shukri here?
Yes, he's back.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
terribly sorry for this.
That's okay. You can continue.
All right. Let us agree if this happens again, we can have a backup plan. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much. All right. So the sound you heard of that door is the opening of an opportunity, or that what I thought back in 2004. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, dear guests, and our Master of Ceremony, my name is Mohammed Shukri. I've been in Toastmasters since 2004. Yes, I left for 6 or 7 years, but I'm still here. And maybe my title tells you that, okay, he's playing a mind game, a word game. Look at him. He's still in Toastmasters. But wait till the end. You will know why I'm still in Toastmasters. But you don't have to enter Toastmasters, not immediately, not without thinking. So please think before you join Toastmasters. Don't rush like I did back in 2004. I know why you're here. You probably were told that, okay, you can improve your public speaking skills. You want to be more confident in the front of audiences, meetings. You want to excel at your work, community, company, whatever. You just want more better speaking skills and communication skills. And although for what I mentioned, there are so many options and alternatives, and so many of them are already free of charge. There are so many seminars, gurus, I mean, online educational with peanuts fees, it's all there. And yet you decided to consider, to try Toastmasters. Someone told you, a person, a promise, or a promotion. So the reason I'm the first speaker today is like the guardian of Asgard. I want to stop you actually to think. No, I will not be like Morpheus, who gave the 2 pills to Neo in Matrix, and he didn't tell him what he's going to go through. He just told him, if you take the red pill, you're going to see the truth. And then Neo was sucked into reality. I don't want you to do that. I will give you actually the picture. I'm there for a long time. So you want to become a better speaker, communicator, whatever you were told and promised. Toastmaster is no exception from anything that's out there which you are not in there. It looks shiny, glamorous, gorgeous from outside, but from inside, wait till you go there. And I'm here to give you the truth. And whoever knows me, I am going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So let me take you back in 2004. This is me working in aluminum Bahrain for 10 years, since 1993 till 2003, in that power station, a turbine operator, a shop floor worker, 24-hour shift worker that has nothing to do with people, but only machines and turbines. I really was dreaming of that blue hard hat, which meant I will become a supervisory level. I want to become a supervisory, enough of non-supervisory, and I finally got it. Because in 2004, I was promoted to a supervisory level in the health and safety department. Only months into the position, in my new, beautiful, separate office, the door opens. Who enters? A person who is also in the safety department. His name is Hamza Ali. He is a Toastmaster. Everybody knows him. But by then, that time, he came with his glamorous smile, offering me to join the newly founded corporate club in aluminum Bahrain. Why? Because your work and safety demands, you will be a star, you will blah, 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 and all the beautiful things about communication. The magic wand, the wonderland of Toastmasters was really too good to be resisted, too compelling to say no. In fact, you don't need to think. That's what we Toastmasters will tell you. If you think of doing Toastmasters, we'll tell you think no more. Look nowhere else. Toastmasters is the solution, apart from so many hundreds and thousands of training programs and trainers. And that's what I did. I joined the club. And I started my work as a safety supervisor for the company. Now, part of our job in safety is to enhance safety, educate people, make people aware of the dangers and hazards. This is a multifaceted, multi-risk company. Everyone who works there has to pay attention and go back home safe in one piece. And that's the job of safety heroes, safety guys, to teach everyone. And for that, we have several programs. One of them is called Safety Induction. It's not the beautiful induction we do when we trick you into becoming a Toastmaster member. No. Wait, that is the beautiful one. Safety Induction is a 1 hour, 2 hours presentation, routinely classic, repeated presentation daily I had to give to tens of labor workers, visitors, contractors, anyone who comes into the compass of aluminum Bahrain, because no one can actually enter there without knowing what's dangerous and what's not, what to do and what's not, emergency situations and numbers. Okay, good. Twice a week, no problem. I'm good with that. And we will circulate this among all other safety supervisors. But hey, the year was 2004. Alba was going through an expansion project, the line 5, and many contractors and workers have to go and do their expansion projects depending on their projects. That meant hundreds of workers have to get access licensed, and they have to go through me daily basis, 5 days a week, and sometimes more than once a day. So who does that? It should be among us all in the crew, but this new guy is the new guy. Give him that. You know, it's the boring part. It's the, you know, the new rookie in the department. Give him that. It's, you know, a very laborious job. And also he sounds very verbally eloquent and outgoing and confident. Let's give him that. Take the presentation, Mohammed, you teach these people. And there I was daily in that room. Yes, it's a room. It's not even a hall, with tens of labor workers brought from another site to our site, or early in the morning, whatever. They were packed in the room, a room which was not designed originally for this number of people. And daily I have to repeat that presentation, that boring presentation, safety induction. Think before you join Toastmasters. Sometimes the rewards are in the face of more work. So as I joined Toastmasters Club, I had to do a lot of inductions. That's not all. I didn't know all the languages. Labors came from 4 or 5 languages, and for each group of people, there is a foreman who knows English, who will listen to my English induction, and he or she has to translate that to his people. Now, what does that mean? My presentation times 2, instead of 1 hour or 1 hour and a half, it's 2 hours or 2 hours and a half, because I have to wait for the translator to tell them what he heard from me. And I want to go out. I want to put my helmet like those supervisors and do patrols, audits, and inspections and look really shiny and cool outside. And yet I was thrown in this room to do this, more of this. Day by day, things became really difficult. Now, don't get me wrong. When I go back home after the duty, even if I'm an office worker and I go to the field, but when I go back home, I open the door, I say, "Hi, honey." And sometimes I want to hug her after a long day. Guess what she does? "Honey, shower room is there. No hugging now." You get what I'm saying? You know, it's only the hall. It's me and her and probably the kids. And yet she says, "Shower room first." Now imagine that I am in that room where only 15 people have to be, 20 maximum, but I am receiving 50 to 60 labor workers there. And these poor people, hardworking people, are brought from site to site. So what is the condition there? No ventilation is there. Actually, and I have to go through this. I really wish that someone opens the door. I kept the door open. It was really torturing. I had to do this daily. One day, one of my colleagues walked out of his office and he approached the room where I was teaching. From the angle of the door, he could see me doing the induction, and he was horrified. What took him out of his office is, yeah, you guessed it, what my wife was suffering from me. And he said, Muhammad, he was doing body language. Muhammad, what's this? I said, finally, someone feel for me. Why do you throw this on me all the time? And he was so nice, gentle enough to come and grab the door, the only door that was open, and close it. Close it. The only ventilation I had, he closed the door so that he in his room doesn't suffer. You know, I really felt for my wife that day, for what I did to her when I come back to work. Daily, I had to do this. There has to be out. This was really hell. So I had to get creative and to become more entertaining, at least to those poor hard workers, which after some time I enjoyed their company, you know. Sometimes I did some body language and I brought props. For example, if I want to explain that what should you do when any of your co-workers fell on the floor and got injured, I bring the chair, I throw the chair on its back, and I say, imagine this is your co-worker and he got an injury. What will you do? And we make a role play. Because remember, I recently joined Toastmasters and I learned that props will make all the difference. So it was fun. So, and after some time, I came up with ideas like, if anyone who is able within the room, any worker, any contractor, to repeat 3333, the emergency number company-wide, if he can repeat that, we'll give him a big round of applause. And I started cracking jokes with them. I show them on the screen some funny pictures. We need to laugh. We need to get the time passed. We enjoyed each other, me and the laborers. It was still suffocating. But the department and the management started asking me in the weekly meeting, what's happening in the induction room, Mohammed? What's going on? We don't remember a safety induction with clapping and laughter and giving motivation. Just get the job done. They don't know because I recently joined Toastmasters and I'm applying all those in my little packed safety induction room. After some time, I was thinking how to make the safety induction shorter. The torture, I wanted to become shorter. So why do we have a translator? After some time, I got to learn it. After 1 year at least, from the repetition of the translator, I came to know the language little by little. And I said, okay, now I know my slides. I know for each slide what should be said, you know, and I tried it for first. One day I tried it. It was broken, but, you know, I made the point and they were happy. We still laughed. We still clapped. Day 2, day 3, after some time, I said to the foreman, no need for you, Habibi. No, I don't need a translator. And I even did a reality check with the laborers. After 10, 15 minutes of talking, I look at them and say, I'm sorry, my language is really broken. Do you want the translator back? Oh, no, we want you. Watch. Although my language is broken, it's not correct as the foreman's, but they wanted me to deliver because I learned in Toastmasters that it's really not about language. It's really about communication, and you can use a lot of tools to communicate and make it even better than simple words. But I was suffering. I still wanted a way out of that. I have to be like them. I have to get more chance of doing auditing and what the big guys do. I want to go everywhere and look cool and do some accident investigation and all that. I want to put my blue hat and get out of there. The day has come. Like any other day, I pull myself to the meeting, to my company in the gate, and I have my badge, really feeling upset because I'm doing the safety induction. That day when I came, they told me, the meeting room is booked for an important meeting, so you cannot do the safety induction. Yes! Yay! No safety induction today. That's really cool. I won't do a safety induction today. I took my helmet, took the car key, and I want to do the patrol. Somebody pulled me back. What? What? You have to do the safety induction. What? We cannot do this, the safety induction. You know, the room is booked. Mohammed. There is the neighboring building we have, the old medical clinic building. It's abandoned, no utilities, no electricity. You have to do it. The contracts will get delayed. You have to do the induction, Muhammad. I remember that day, ladies and gentlemen, very vividly. When I had the chance for the door to open, I actually was given that bitter day, the bitter room. Think of a Dracula's castle, very dark building, 120 labor contracts, multinationals, including my own Bahrainis, were packed in that hall of the clinic, where you can see the dust climbing up, you know, because the light coming from the windows, you can see all the dust you're breathing in. And with everything that I told you before, I started doing my better safety induction. And midway in my induction, the door opened, from which came in the manager of the department, Mr. Ron McKinnon. And the moment he stepped in, he also guided another person, the chief executive officer of Whole Aluminium Bahrain. They were doing a tour that day, and they decided to come and visit one of the activities of the department, the safety induction. And Ron said proudly, Mohammed, go on, Mohammed. And I kept speaking and delivering my safety induction. In 3 minutes, the chief executive officer and the manager left the room. Thank you, Mohammed. Good job. It wasn't 3 to 4 weeks later until I was summoned to the manager's office. Mohammed, our chief executive officer was really stunned with your performance. And he was asking, do we really have a local who can speak like this? I haven't seen one in the whole aluminium of Bahrain. And as just before I thought this was really a compliment, an empty compliment, he said to me, Mohammed, we have a safety training seminar only for the top executives and the managers, total 35 managers, next week. And the trainer will be me, which is himself, but I want you to co-deliver the training with me. That day, I entered it was in a big hall. Yes, in a big hall in Aluminium Bahrain Club, a hall which can gather 300 people, but it was for only us, the 35 people there. And I delivered half an hour of that 2 hours training. And the aroma of the buffet, oh my God, it was so good. I was picked among all the safety crew to deliver a safety training to 35 executive of Aluminium Bahrain just months into my new role as a safety supervisor. I even got a standing ovation, yeah. And they came and shook my hand, managers one by one. I thought it's an empty compliment. It was really an admiration by the managers to see that really, can a normal employee do this? Ladies and gentlemen, that was my story about Toastmasters and simultaneously being in that position. but the story is not over. I want to tell you, really think before you join Toastmasters. The door will open like the one you see now. And someone will come and convince you to become a Toastmasters. But I want you to really think before joining Toastmasters. And I'm going to give you 5 questions, 5 points to think before you join Toastmasters. Make it your checklist. If you can really answer them properly, I tell you, you can join Toastmasters. Otherwise, think again. So number 1, Toastmasters really work. It really works. Yeah, it does, you know, and you saw me. It works because I applied it in my work, and everything I learned, I actually applied it, and it really works. As Hamza Ali told me, my safety mentor, day 1, it really works. If you apply it, because that's my second point. It works only when you put it to work. Because there are so many promises from so many products that will tell you this program will take you where you have been dreaming all your life to reach there, but it will not work by itself. You need to put it to work. And I'm telling you, if you think to join Toastmasters and excel in Toastmasters and get accolades and trophies and become the star of the club or the star of the division area, you don't know these things, you will know. Anyway, or the district champion, okay, you can get all these accolades. And actually on Sunday or Monday, when you go back to work, you can show them you can show your crew, your people, and your co-workers, your managers, here's me, I got the district championship, I got the division champ. You can do all that actually, and they will give you a good round of applause. But unless and until you put this at work, at your work, unless that the people around you see the impact of what you're doing in your work, and not just bring the news of what you're doing back in the place called Toastmasters, then it will not work. If you don't do that, it won't work. Being relaxed and happy to have a community, friends and family in the club and not impacting your world, what's the use? So think before you join Toastmasters. I'm very proud that as a safety guy, normal safety guy, my qualifications are not better than my colleagues, by the way. But I was able to impact my world. I'm very proud that those laborers, instead of dreading every minute, every time they come into a boring safety induction, where the safety people will demand and give orders to the people, and they were receiving this in a very beautiful environment. I have people coming to me until today, and they tell me, I remember the safety induction you taught us. You know how boring the safety inductions are? Really boring. But they still remember. And I believe I was able to make this person safe and go back to his family safe, because I applied what I learned in the club in the place where it is most needed. The reason you join Toastmaster, if you don't apply it in your clinic, in your business, in your whatever thing you do, then it won't work. Just being a star in the Toastmasters and elsewhere you're same old person, think again. Don't join Toastmasters. Waste of time. Waste of time. Waste of money. Waste of life. We Toastmasters, we have to impact our worlds. Number 3, it is not always fun. Who told you it's always fun? Remember, it's work again. I'm reminded by Connie Podesta, one of my favorite motivational speakers. She said, people come to me and say work has no longer become fun or entertaining. It's boring and it's, troubling. And she says to them, yeah, that's why they pay you to come to work. Guess what? In Toastmasters, you have to work. And if you think it's a place where the teacher will inspire me, the mentor will push me, the coaches, more veteran Toastmasters, Mohammed Shukri, Khalid Abdullah, Farida, Muhammad Salim, all these people may uplift me and I will be up in the sky. Please think again. It isn't going to be fun all the time because it's real work. Because what we offer in Toastmasters is not a training course. Please don't mistake us for a training course or your MBA or whatever. We learn by doing. We want you to learn by doing. So you will get and you will be shown, you will be guided, you will be motivated, you will be mentored. You have a full system, but you need to work. And there will be better times where it will be a little bit stinky, where you will have to go away from people because you will be stinky. You will have to go to the shower room because you're working hard, you're sweating on your project, on your speeches, because that's what makes you successful and not me or Khalid or anyone else. So if we told you this, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a friendly environment. Yes, it is, but there will be a lot of work you have to do. And you know what's work. It's blood and sweats and time and, smell as well. All right. So think before you join Toastmasters. And Toastmasters is about public speaking. It's about leadership. It is about leadership. Because in leadership, under leadership comes everything. If you say to yourself, I'm already okay in front of audiences, why should I join Toastmasters? Or you will say, I cannot be like those Toastmasters. They shine in the events and I see them. They are so good in the videos and the World Championship. No, I cannot be there. Think again, because it's really not about public speaking. It's about leadership. Because under leadership, there's the guidance of people, taking care of people and putting yourself not number one, but others. If you go through our Toastmasters hierarchy, it's not like any other organization. At the top of the pyramid is not the international president. The international president is at the bottom of the pyramid. At the top of the pyramid is the club member, you. Everyone below that, in that inverted pyramid, it's there to serve you. Look at all the officials that made this happen months ago. They are working on this program. Every timer, every organizer, every chat master, every leader there, all the dignitaries, we call them dignitaries, they are serving you. It's about leadership. And if you look at it from that angle, everything else will fall in place, especially public speaking. But it's really not only public speaking, it's the whole package. That's why we say Toastmasters is, our slogan is where leaders are made. So if you come only to improve your public speaking in the club and that's it, think again. You will have an ocean of opportunities in Toastmasters. And finally, yes, we told you in Toastmasters, you will become a better person. Little warning, please. You will become better in communication and leadership, but you will be better than yourself yesterday. You will be better than others which might compete with you. You will be a better choice for a promotion, that I can assure you. But a word of caution, do not think that you will be a better human than other humans. If you think, when I become a Toastmaster, I'll get all those prestigious accolades, medals, like the one I'm wearing now, and those titles, and the DTM, and the AS, and the whatever, these things that we keep filling our Facebook, Instagram, and social media, and try to get into the news, and when we come to our workplace, and we show our managers how good we are, to think that we are better than our colleagues, no. You will never be better than. Actually, Toastmasters is not a place to serve your ego. Yes, you will have positions, titles to serve others. One thing that my Toastmasters told me is this: I will go and spend time with all people and teach them. And I will laugh with them. I will try to learn their languages even. But it's because I want them to be safer. It's not about me, it's really about them. Okay, yes, I get the opportunity to speak in big places, big conferences, but I also will go to people, right to the shop floor and talk to them, communicate with them and listen to them. I am all of them, all of those nationalities, including my own, in that safety induction room where one man, they are really representing one man, me. I am them and they are me. It's not I am better than them, whether I put this blue hat or I put this Toastmasters medal. It doesn't make me better. If you think to join Toastmasters to gain an edge, to become a prominent person and to become a leader of shining someone, you know what I mean. I don't need to explain it. You know what I mean. Then please think again and please don't join Toastmasters, because we become more humble and modest people in Toastmasters. We respect others even more. Yes, we are members of Toastmasters, but through Toastmasters, I have all these hundreds and thousands of friends from the Philippines, Sri Lanka, India, Bangladesh, Egypt, Europe, you name it, you name it. We are one, we are the same. Look at us in the open house. If they didn't tell you that I am the inspirational speaker, then I'm just one of them. We are the same, actually. And I will remind you of our main core values in Toastmasters: integrity, respect to each other, service, and we serve the humanity, not go above them, never. And excellence in everything we do, not only in that big conference, I look shiny, I bring all the talking tools, and in my safety induction where laborers don't care about that, and I also don't care. No, you will give it all you've got. You will be your best everywhere you go. That's what Toastmasters is about. So think again. These are the 5 test points for you before you join Toastmasters. I promise you, it will work if you work, and if you work hard, and if you work humbly, modestly, and take time. And time is taking me. Let me remind you what Toastmasters says it does. We empower. We don't teach and train or talk to. We empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. Did I tell you that doing that in my harsh environment, daily, serving people, in 2 years, I became the first Arab to reach the World Championship of Public Speaking in Washington, D.C. in 2006. And recently in 2020 in August, wearing the same helmet in the safety induction, I wore it in the International Accredited Speaker Program, and that helmet was awarded. This safety guy was awarded the first in the Middle East accredited speaker, and I hope more of you to become accredited speakers only when you stick to what you believe in and serve your world and think about Toastmasters as a place to become a better human and serve your world. Ladies and gentlemen, the door will open. What are you going to do about it? Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, DTM Mohammed Shukri, for such an inspirational speech. Yes, it is a lot of hard work in Toastmasters. It's not very easy to achieve whatever you have achieved, whatever we have achieved. Now, yes. Now, I would like to present a certificate of appreciation to DTM Mohammed Shukri for giving us this wonderful gift. Thank you so very much, DTM Mohammed Shukri. As explained before, now we are going to witness a project speech. Our speaker today has worked in finance, banking, investment, and logistics for over 25 years. He's a Toastmaster since 2012, currently a member of 4 Toastmaster clubs. The best day of his life was when he won the first club contest in 2015. He was twice quarterfinalist at the World Championship of Public Speaking, representing our district, which is District 20 in 2019 and 2020. He was a second runner-up at the International Speech Contest of District 20 in 2018. To him, Toastmaster is the turning points, the turnarounds, and the place to be. His dream is to convert his passion, which is the amateur speaker, into a profession. So let's welcome, he's none other than our international speech champion speaker, Toastmaster Hisham Isa. His project speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Sadia Riaz Sheikh. The evaluation will be done after our table topic session. Now, let me just welcome our timer to explain the timing criteria for Toastmaster Hisham's speech.
Good afternoon. Thank you, MC Farida Bey. Bye. TM Hisham Isa. Speech length is from 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will turn my background to green. At 6, it will turn to yellow. And 7, which is the maximum time he can speak to, is first, I will turn it to red. I will request TM Hisham, please pin the timer so that you can easily see the backgrounds. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Latif. For every speech, there will be a 30 seconds grace period. So for Hisham, it is 5 to 7, and he can speak up to 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So let me welcome our champion speaker, Toastmaster Hisham Isa, with the speech title, The Biggest Blessing. The Biggest Blessing, Toastmaster Hisham Isa.
They say the biggest blessings in life are health, wealth, and a good wife. But is it true? I believe the biggest blessing is none of these. It is something we forget, hardly value, and sometimes throw away. Master of ceremonies, friends, what is this biggest blessing? Some of us discover it. Some of us recognize it. But I had to be saved 3 times to realize it. The first time I was saved, I was 9. My little sister and I were playing in the school playground. At school, you get 2 types of kids. The good kids and the bad kids. And I didn't belong to either group. So I was always stuck with my sister. As we played one day, I felt someone dragging me from behind. Before I knew it, I was slammed against the wall and a screwdriver was held to my throat. Looking at me was Mustafa. What do you think? The bad kid. He grabbed me and said, "Give me your watch." Before I could take the next breath, the watch was off my wrist. The next thing I heard, "Where do you live?" And friends, faster than I could say, "How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?" I said, "I live in 2A, second floor of this building." I gave him my neighbor's address. The last thing you want to do when you're getting robbed is to give your real address. The only person who didn't know this was my little sister. She looked at me and said, "But Hisham, that's not our address. It's Auntie Amira's." At that instant, I thought the screwdriver pierced my throat and I was already dead. Ding, 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 ding. That was the school bell. And Mustafa ran to class, leaving me with a face like this. Have you ever been saved by the bell? The second time I was saved, I was driving on the highway one night. I approached a traffic light. While waiting for the light to turn, I felt so hungry. And suddenly, I started smelling my favorite seafood biryani dish. The sizzling shrimps, onion rice, and white fish. And as I was thinking of my juicy dish, I asked myself, if I'm imagining my biryani, should I be actually smelling it? Then I looked back and saw smoke filling the car. It came from my trunk. And I definitely didn't have biryani in it. I rushed out, tried opening the trunk, obviously stuck, and it was on fire. Have you ever been saved by a traffic light? The third time I was saved, I needed to run some errands in downtown Cairo. Everybody said, take the bus. Little did I know, the drive was gonna be one of a kind. Then the giant, crowded bus appeared on sight. It creaked to a halt. I got on and we started moving. As I got closer to my stop, the bus sped up. And the driver, who looked like a madman, shouted, "Jump out, jump out." Friends, have you ever done something stupid? The last thing I remember was standing on the steps of the door, taking a leap of faith. I woke up to the sound of a radio commentator, my head aching, legs, arms hurting. I had fallen, knocked my head, and passed out. Luckily, a stranger had picked me up and took me off the road to the nearest coffee shop. Have you ever been saved by a stranger? Friends, I've been saved 3 times in my life. And each time I learned a valuable lesson. I learned that having your sister around when you're getting robbed is a bad idea. I learned you should check your car electricals at least once a year. And I learned sometimes jumping off a bus isn't so smart to do. But the most important lesson I learned is that I'm lucky to be alive. And no matter how helpless, how ignorant, or how careless I've been, life has saved me. I've been saved by a bell, saved by a traffic light, and saved by a stranger. How many times has life saved you? They say the biggest blessings in life are health, wealth, and a good wife. But I say the biggest blessing in life is having the chance to live it. Are you appreciating your biggest blessing? Are you appreciating life? Because if you are, wake up every morning to remember, respect, and work for your biggest blessing in life. Your biggest blessing called Master of Ceremonies.
That was an amazing speech delivered by our champion. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Hisham. I would like to present a certificate of appreciation to you. Thanks a lot for that.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Now, here comes the fun session. I would not want to talk much about this session. We all have been questioned at each and every point, and we need to answer it on the spot. So, to help us do that, there is a young, energetic, and a passionate Toastmaster who finds fun and energy in each and every moment of her life. So help me welcome our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Najla Hamid. Timer, Toastmaster Latif, can you please explain the timing criteria for the table topic session?
Thank you, MC. For table topic session, each participant will have 2 minutes allotted time. I won't be showing any minimum time, but the red will be shown to the maximum time. So if you are there, just note and keep in my screen, and I will show you the red screen at the end. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Latif. So now let's welcome Toastmaster Najla to conduct the table topic session.
Thank you, Madam MC, for the lovely introduction, and good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and our beloved guests. I'm Najla Hamid, and I shall be the table topics master for you. To begin with, table topics, I would request you to just give me a moment to share my screen in here. So that's what I would call table topic speakers. Just as confused as every other guest would be by seeing this diagram, I was equally confused when I heard the word table topics initially. But let me tell you, table topics is a simple session which is really interesting, and all it requires is allows you to speak on your feet. Here you are given a topic where you just basically need to organize your thoughts on the spot and respond. So in simple, it is just respond to a question in less than 10 seconds and speak, as the timing criteria mentioned, 1 to 2 minutes. Now, to begin off without wasting any more time, I would request our seasoned Toastmaster Maram, with the first topic, which is, can I have Toastmaster Maram to, can I invite Toastmaster? Sorry?
Hello.
Yes, all right. So you're welcome on board, Maram. Your question for the day is, suppose you could go back in time and talk to yourself at the age of 10. What advice would you give yourself? Suppose you could go back in time and talk to yourself at the age of 10. What advice would you give yourself? Toastmaster Maram, the floor is yours.
Table topic master, dear dignitaries, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests, including our honorable speakers, good afternoon. If I could go back in time to my old self, the 10-year-old self, what would I say? Of course, who wouldn't want a chance to go back in time and erase some of the mistakes that you have made? I sure would. But at the end of the day, these mistakes that have been committed are the ones that made me who I am today. Nevertheless, if I had to go back in time to my 10-year-old self, I would simply say to embrace life further, enjoy it more, be happy. Do not be bothered about the friendships that did not work. Do not be bothered about the drawings that did not work. Do not be bothered about the bullying that happened to me during my school years. It is just a trip on the road. At the end of the day, this is just an obstacle that I have to overcome to be who I am today. Who did not have any bad experiences when they were a child? I'm pretty sure it's almost everyone here. It's just up to us how to overcome these obstacles. It's true that we may not be as intelligent or smart or knowledgeable as we are today when we were 10 years old, but it is an experience nevertheless. So as a kid, I would tell myself to just be yourself, because that's the essence of life. What's the point of stressing about something that you don't have control of? What's the point of stressing about something that is just a momentary part in your life? It will pass. Whether we're 10 years old or 30 years old, I'm not 30 years old, but it will pass. So be happy. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Maram, for that lovely impromptu speech right there. Now that our guests have an idea of how we conduct table topic session, I would open the floor for our guests who would like to volunteer to take up the next topic. The next topic, do we have a volunteer? Mr. Moderator, could you just help me find out and identify who would want to go next?
Yes, we have some who have commented, starting
All right.
with Ilios.
Ilios,
He's
yes.
a Toastmaster. And
All
there
right.
is a Fabian. I don't know if he's a Toastmaster, but these are the two in tears already.
All right, so should we go ahead with Mr. Ilios?
Yes.
Toastmaster Ilios, are you all right? You could unmute yourself and allow me to share my screen once again to come up with the topic.
Okay.
Your topic is to speak about your best vacation. You have up to 2 minutes, after which I would indicate with an applause that you have crossed your allocated time. Toastmaster Ilios, I want you to speak about your best vacation. Toastmaster Ilios, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests, let me introduce my name first. My name is Ilios Theophilus from District 87, Division G, Area G2, and I am a Vice President of Membership of Empire Toastmaster Club, Surabaya, Indonesia. And if you are asking me about what is my best vacation, of course, this is the best time to have a vacation. I can do this vacation all around the world. My best vacation is Toastmasters meeting. This is the best time to relax, that I should not have a burden to do my job. I can get connected to a lot of people around the world. I can get befriended so many friends, and I get a lot of new acquaintances. And also I learn a lot when I join Toastmaster Club meeting. And to be honest, I'm a new member of Toastmaster Club. I'm just a 4-month-old baby Toastmasters, but I have been visited a lot of country and lot of district and lot of opportunity to deliver edu speech. As I'm a podcaster, I already delivered an edu speech about podcasting, a workshop speech about podcasting. Also, last night, I delivered a keynote speech about podcasting. So I'm a new member in Toastmaster, but I get the appreciation for my division, another division, even the division outside of Indonesia to deliver my speech about podcasting. And when I do the prepared speech, also I tell the audience about how you can do podcasts and how podcasts influence my life. And this is truly a vacation to me when I can enjoy delivering speech. And I love to deliver my speech in District 20 if I have the chance. Back to you, DTM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ilios, for the lovely speech out there. For moving on to our next speaker, I think we have a couple of volunteers who are enthusiastic out here. Mr. Moderator, who do we go with next?
Yeah, the next person is Fabian Fernandez.
Good morning, everybody. I was introduced from Madam Hazel, who was a Toastmaster in Kuwait, and I was told to be as a guest when she told me that something important is there that is going to change your life. And my topic for today is on words. How effective are your words? The words it says can bring life and death, because the life and death is in the power of your tongue. We can appreciate somebody and we can bring somebody down, but it all depends on the way you are acting at the spur of the moment. Now, some people may say, yes, I love to do that, but when angered, that is the time the real person comes out, and the person who is in control at that has a lot of unwanted words, and the words can have very powerful or in your body or in yourself or coming out of you. That is my main
Excuse me, our
main
guest,
talk for
Mr.
this. Thank
Fabian.
you to coming up with you all.
Thank you, Mr. Fabian. I think he's having some connectivity issues out there.
Was I? Uh-oh, I was not.
That's all right. Thank you, Mr. Fabian. Thank you. Do we have time for another speaker? The timer, could you just suggest if we have time for one more speaker, or do
Yeah,
we?
please invite other speakers also. They are
All
more
right.
interested in Toastmasters.
All right, so we'll go for
Next,
one more.
I would like to invite Marutesh. Marutesh is to take a table topic.
Toastmaster Marutesh, your topic would be to talk about any 3 qualities that you would like to look out in a good friend. Your topic, again, is any 3 qualities that you would like to look out in a good friend. Mr. Marutesh, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Thank you, Table Topic Master. The friends is very necessary for everyone. Friends, we will share many things with the friends, but we will not share with our parents because of our afraid of our parents. Everything, our happiness and sadness, we will share with our friends and have good relationship with our friends. And friends is very important in our life. And I will also like to have some of the qualities in the friends, that friends, when we make the friends, they should, even if they didn't help also, they should not uh, do bad for other. That type of friends I would like. Yeah, and this is one of my main thing. When I try to do friendship, I'll see his attitude. I will be with friends with friend with one week, and I will see how his attitude will match to me, and I will make him a friend. Otherwise, I will slowly I will cut his friendship. Like that, many peoples are different attitude peoples are there. Hence, we should mingle with all the peoples, because we will come to know what is good and what is bad when we mingle with all the peoples. But only when you want to share anything, your personal or your uh, personal, you should think that his attitude is good, then only you want to make a friendship with them. That is the main qualities I would like to see in friendship. Thank you. Over to the table topic master.
Thank you, Mr. Marutesh, for that lovely speech out there. You did amazing. And with that, we come to the conclusion of the table topic session. I hope you all had an idea of how that works. And back to you, Madam MC.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Najla. That was a wonderful and a fun-filled table topic session. I would like to present a certificate of appreciation to Toastmaster Najla, Toastmaster Vishal. Thank you once again, Toastmaster Najla Hamid, for being the table topic master for today. Now let's move on to the evaluation part. I had explained it to you that the speech will be evaluated by an evaluator. So to evaluate Toastmaster Hisham Isa's speech, we have Toastmaster Sadia Riaz Sheikh. She is a compliance professional and a fashion designing enthusiast with a passion for public speaking. Timer, Toastmaster Latif, can you please explain the timing criteria for the evaluation?
Yes, thank you, MC. The speech evaluation during for the speakers are between 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, it will be a green light. 2.30 seconds, it will be a yellow, and 3 will be the red light. Over to you, MC.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Latif. Even in evaluation, we have 30 seconds grace period to speak and to end the evaluation. So it will be 3 minutes and 30 seconds for Toastmaster Sadia. So let's welcome Toastmaster Sadia to evaluate our speaker, Toastmaster Hisham Isa. Toastmaster Sadia.
Masters, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and our speaker in particular, Toastmaster Hisham, good afternoon. Life is not always easy to live, but the opportunity to experience it and live it is beyond any blessing that is comprehensive. Today, our speaker's speech and the message that it carried reminded me of this quote by Lionel Kendrick. Toastmaster Hisham had a wonderful introduction, and it caught my attention from the beginning. The way he moved over the stage showed that he was very confident with this virtual screen and virtual meetings, which I think is a very important skill, especially in today's time. Toastmaster Hisham, I liked how he had divided each of his stories in 3 segments on the stage. So the first story was on the left, the second of his story was on right in the center, and the third story, he delivered it from this position. It helped me easily understand what exactly went through in his experiences, made me understand the story better, and the characters were interesting to follow. The favorite story that I would have really liked to listen in person also would be the story that had Mustafa in it. Toastmaster Hisham's, the way he had divided the stage was a success in how he delivered his speech, but at the same time, he had a great vocabulary that he used, and it was refreshing listening to him. His message was clearly and crisply understood, which was the biggest blessing is life itself. Appreciate it, live it, and work hard for it. An eloquent speaker, master storyteller, king of expressions with good use of language. Toastmaster Hisham really won our hearts today. Life is also about experiences, and we must always learn from our experiences. Here is a humble recommendation from my side to my speaker. Toastmaster Hisham, I've realized that when you give out the punchline in any of your stories, there are a lot of pauses. For example, in your second story, you mentioned that the trunk was on fire. I loved how you beautifully described the whole scenario, but what I would have loved to see is that your pauses are not too long, that it leaves the effect that your words are going to give. So what I would want you to do is the car was on fire, something like that. All in all, a great speech with that an eloquent speaker, a master storyteller presented to us. I wish you all the best for all your future projects. Back to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sadia. That was a crisp evaluation and, of course, a constructive one. So I would like to present a certificate of appreciation to Toastmaster Sadia Riaz Sheikh for being the evaluator for this event. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to our next speaker. Our next speaker is a Neuro Integrative Coach, a master trainer, and a behavioral consultant. Let's welcome Mr. John Kairouz. But before that, let me just invite our timer to explain the timing criteria for Mr. John Kairouz.
Thank you.
Thank you, MC. Today's speaker, Mr. John, has time duration for 25 minutes. I will be showing the green light on the 20, then 23 will be the yellow, and at 25 it will be red. As you know, there will be a 30 seconds grace. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Latif. Now let's welcome Mr. John Kairouz with speech title, Speaking to the Brains. Speaking to the Brains, Mr. John Kairouz.
Thank you very much. I'd like to have screen sharing permissions. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. God bless you. I hope you're doing wonderful. I'm going to share my screen right now. I hope you can see it. And if you can, in order for this talk to be effective, I'd like to invite you all to join me on menti.com. So if you don't mind, grab your phones just for a quick second. I promise it won't take long. And go specifically to this address. So do not search for it because they'll take you to the service site. But instead, just type www.menti.com and then use the code that's listed above, 717688, to log in and have access to this interactive experience. Once you're logged in, you can send me a heart or a thumbs up or a cat, whatever you like, to let us know that you're in the system and you're ready to go. So I'll give you 30 seconds to do that if you don't mind. Thank you so much. I'm going to also add this in the chat. There we go. You guys are getting the hang of this. I'm so proud of you. I'll put the code also in the chat. That way it'll always be available for you to log in at any point in time as we start our talk, because this talk is very interactive and is going to be filled by you. All right, so I see 5 people. Looking forward to getting to round 10 before I start. Keep them coming in, www.menti.com. You can use Safari or Google Chrome or whatever you like. You can use a second browser. You can use your computer. You can use your mobile phone. You can use your laptop, tablet. It all works. All right, we're 11. As you continue to log in, I'm going to jump to the next slide. And in this conversation, this 20 minutes that we're going to spend together moving forward from here, it's going to be very, very interactive. So please know that every slide will last for about 30 seconds when it's a question. So try to fill it up as fast as you possibly can. I'm so proud of you all. Thank you so much. Here we go. Where are you guys logged in from? So let me know. I just want to get an idea, give you a feel for this. Are you at home, in your office? You can even share your city. I don't really mind. Whatever works for you. So where are you all right now? Okay. Home, Kuwait, Hyderabad, Bahrain, love, thank you, hi. All right, Umram, lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, look at that, 23 responses. You guys are pro. Lebanon, thank you so much for logging in and connecting to this program. And for those who have logged in to watch me speak, it's such an honor and a privilege. I really, really appreciate it. You can't say, okay, got it. All right, perfect. Thank you so much for letting us know that. Now that you've gotten the hang of this, we're going to move to the next slide. In your opinion, what do you think is the most impactful way to deliver a message to others? So if we wanted to deliver a message to people through speaking or through communicating an idea, what do you think is the most impactful way? We've got 30 seconds to answer this. You can type and write in this section. So let me know your thoughts. Video message, words, vocabulary, speak, communicate, music, gestures, take away home message, personal story, urgent matter, strong message, show him face to face, unexpected, show by doing, picture video presentation, voice message. Okay, you guys are on fire. I love this. There's a lot of ideas here. And the objective of this talk is to really focus on which is going to be the most brain-friendly approach to get a lot of information out in a very short time to people effectively. And that's ultimately what you guys do on a daily basis. So let's jump to the next slide. 30 seconds are up in 3, 2, 1. Perfect. What I'd like to do right now is watch this video clip with you. So I'm going to pause my cam and give you an opportunity to focus on this. And then we'll talk right after it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
He's not going to make it. Okay. Take mine. What? You heard me. Take my heart and you put it in Mike. Oh man, you done lost your damn mind. You can't be serious. You bet I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Oh my God. Wow.
Man, that means you'll be dead. And my son will live.
John, you can't do this.
It's the only way.
No, you don't understand. Physically, you can't do this.
Yes, I can. I kill myself. You open me up, you take my heart. It's true.
Man, that's just crazy. No, we can't just remove your heart and put it into Michael's body.
John, there are too many unknowns. Matching a donor and a recipient is extremely complicated. There are several critical tests that have to be taken. Like what? Cross matches for blood type, chest cavity measurements. If both blood tissues are not completely compatible.
Come on, I know all about compatibility, okay? We've been tested up the wazoo. We're both B positive, our tissues match. His heart's 3 times the size of a normal heart, so mine will fit. You know damn well we're compatible.
It's out of the question, too risky.
Doc, I'm telling you, he will make it.
Can't do it, John. No.
So what? So if I'm laying on the floor dead, you're not going to take my heart and put it in him to save his life? You'll let 2 people die instead of 1 because of a technicality?
You know what? I think what John is trying to do is right. Yeah, I think it's so brave.
It's brave, but what do you think Mike would want? What about your wife?
Mike's too young to know what's good for him. I'm his father. It's my job to protect him. Besides, Denise will do the same thing.
John, look. I know what's happening to Mike is bad, man. Matter of fact, it's the worst. But killing yourself ain't gonna solve a damn thing. Sometimes you just gotta let go and let God. Just accept it, brother.
Accept it? Accept what? Accept what?
That Mike is going to die.
No. No, I don't accept that. Ever. No, I reject that out of hand. I mean, look, all right, he's a patient to you, I understand, but he's a good kid. I mean, he loves bodybuilding. He wants to be a bodybuilder. Can you believe that? And he's funny. You'd like him. You'd like him, Doc, if you got to know him.
I do like him.
All right, then please, I'm just begging you. Step outside the
I
wall.
like you, John. I really would. But what you're asking crosses the line. It is completely unethical.
I'm crossing the line. You're crossing the line. The whole damn system crossing the line. Who cares? Maybe you don't understand what I'm talking about. All right, I don't give a damn. My son's gonna live. Maybe you guys haven't figured that out by now. I'll do whatever I gotta do for him to live.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna shoot me if I don't operate?
No. I'm gonna kill myself. All right? Let's just see what happens. I mean, that's what this is all about, right? He needs a donor. Somebody's got to die in order for him to live. I'm his father. It's me.
All right.
All right. So I hope you watch this intently because it's quite an intense movie. I don't know if anyone's watched it before, but if you have, you can share that. I'd like to know, what emotions did you feel when you were watching this? Father, he's really worried about his son, his baby son, very, very young, is about to die. He can't afford the money to buy him a heart, and no one's listening to him. Took the hospital hostage. And what he's trying to do is save his son. And he's stuck in a very difficult position. So what emotions did you feel? Sacrifice, horror, protective, desperate, giving, scary, care, sad, shock, love, empathy. I see a lot of empathy there. Sympathy, end of the world for a person. Yeah, I can understand that. Desperate. Absolutely. Terrified. Gunfire. I can't even imagine being in this situation, knowing that my son's going to die, God forbid, and there's just nothing that we can do because of technicalities. And so here's my question to you. In 3, 2, 1. What action would you take? Would you go for it? Would you not go for it if it was your child? What action do you think you should take? 30 seconds to answer. What would you do for someone else if you knew this was happening? Silent. Go for it. Leave him to cool down. Hunt for a donor. Give my life. Try to borrow money. Try to help. Use the brain. Give him everything. So you see, what's happened here is we've watched a story in a visual format, and the story has affected our brain. Before the story, you were chemically a certain position, and now you're neurochemically in a different position. And what's happened is the story has increased the way we can empathize with other human beings, has created some stress for us, and has also affected our heart. And for many of you right now, if you knew right now that there was a young child that you could help to move forward in their life, to save them by contributing to their heart, whether it's in action or in money, would you do it? Probably you would. So let's take a look at this, because all of you are saying, I would go for it, I would go for it, I would go for it. So if you knew it was a parent like you would relate to that. So this visual story, how did it affect your brain? And which part of your brains did it affect? So this is a very important question, because we need to really understand that when we communicate to others, we have the ability to communicate in ways that affect other people's brains. And I'm calling it brains and not brain, because we're going to learn that there's more than one brain that we communicate to in general when we're sharing information. Okay, so you see emotions, sad, badly. I'm sorry for that. My intention is not to put you in a negative state. It's just to share with you how stories can truly impact us when they're communicated in a powerful way. Affected your mood, just wanted to go out for the care, noticed your breathing changed. So valuable. You're paying attention to the changes in your body and your thoughts. Thinking twice, right part of the brain, anger, kinesthetic, powerful, inspiration. All right, you guys are doing great. 10 more seconds. Realistic, to an extent it is. Can happen to someone known to us sometime later, absolutely. Speechless. I'll tell you, when I was watching this movie, I was 14 years old, and I brought it to watch it with my father and my brother. My father couldn't continue the movie. When we got to this part, he had to leave the room. It was so intense for him that he couldn't continue. And I think this is an incredible movie to watch. It's called John Q. I'm not going to tell you what the ending is. I want to invite you to watch it because it's a masterpiece. So let's move to the next slide. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, it is actually based on a true story. So did you know that a Stanford study and many other studies have showed that stories are 22 times more memorable and powerful than facts and figures alone? And what does that do to our brain? So let's take a look at the effects of stories on our brain, because when we want to communicate to multiple brains in who we are as individuals, the most powerful tool to do that is to use a story. And so what is the effect of a story on the brain? The first thing is that if you use a powerful story, like some of you have done in your previous talks, which I've been watching, is you're actually working on something called neural coupling. And what neural coupling is when I'm speaking as a speaker and I'm engaging with you in a story that is dramatic and interactive, the same areas in my brain that are firing, the neurons that are firing to create the context for the story, will actually start firing in your brain. And so that's why many, many times when we share a story with someone, they feel as if they lived the story with us. And that goes back to an incredible neuron that we have in our brain. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know there's a competition in this talk. In the next 18 minutes, we're going to be spending time discovering who's going to be the winner of an hour coaching session with me by the end of this talk, which we will schedule for January. Okay, so you could win an hour coaching session with me if that's of value to you, working on anything you'd like to work on. And so all you have to do is answer the questions I'm going to share with you right moving forward. So in 3, 2, 1, we're going to jump to a story question kind of competition. So I'll give you some time to enter. Please stay entered because you have several questions during this talk that you can win. Awesome. We will move to the question in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You have 15 seconds to answer. Answer fast to get more points. And time is up, so let's see what you got. Interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is mirror neurons. Good job on that. So let's see the scores. Okay. Tasneem, you are at 874 points in first position. Good job for that. Moving on. So we're going to have a lot of questions. I want you to stay connected and let's see who's going to be the winner of this incredible talk. Now, another effect of the brain and the effect of the brain using stories is emotional stimulation. And what happens is when we tell stories, we're affecting different areas of the brain, and these emotions that are rising are affecting different quadrants of the brain. The more effect there is on the brain when we tell a story, the more the story becomes memorable and the deeper it goes into our memory. And what that means is that if I want someone to remember something, if I want to impact them, then I really want to work on using and activating and stimulating as many areas of their brain as possible. And so I have to use a lot of different features to get that to happen. Now, I've noticed that some of you have kind of studied things like VAC, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and that's fantastic. You can definitely use visual, auditory, and kinesthetic to reach out to people through their senses. That's why I used the movie for this case, because I wanted to stimulate all your senses at the same time. And the way this movie led out was a complete story. It was a nice cycle of a mini story. So keep in mind that if you affect the brain, if you affect more areas, you're going to get more results. So let's take a look at question number 2. I hope you guys are all logged in. I'm waiting to see. I'm not sure if everybody's logged in. Let's see. Answer fast to get more points. Time's up. Good job, everyone. So storytelling connects listeners to the storyteller, not to the topic or the audience. And this is something that most people don't know. Because when I connect to the storyteller, I connect to their experience of the story. So let's see who's going to be number 1 right now. In position 1 is Boatface, which usually should have been a name that you should have changed. So I have no idea who that is. You can raise your hand on Zoom, but thank you for letting us know. Next is Naha, and after that is Fabienne. Answer fast to get more points. Remember that. Please keep in mind that when we tell a story, we're getting people to engage with us. And the reason for that is because we want people to empathize with what we're sharing with them and what they're experiencing with us. And so effect number 3 is that you substantially raise the brain activity. So the more interesting the story is, the more ingredients it has, the more effectively designed it is, the more areas of the brain that are going to be stimulated and affected. And in this way, the person senses more, experiences more, remembers more, relates more. And so let's take a look at our next question. I hope you're enjoying this. These are very simple tips, but they work so, so well. Question 3 of 7. Remember, answer fast to get more points. Ba-ba-dum-bum. Time's up. Okay, look at you guys. You're starting to pick this up properly. So when telling a story, focus more on emotions, generating emotions, because that's what people will remember. Let's see the scores. Ba-dum-bum. Wow. In position 1, Bodhi still in the top position. Naha and Fabienne, amazing. Let's get those scores out. So effect number 4, okay? You have the ability to command human intention and enhance memory. So that means when I give a powerful story, it affects the way the person thinks and the way the person feels, but it also affects where they focus and it affects the way we remember these stories. That's why they say a lot of times, people won't remember what you say, but they'll remember how you made them feel, right? I'm sure you've heard this before. So let's find out if you're doing really well with these questions. Question number 4 out of 7. Let's go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time's up. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is 2,000 times. On average, we lose our focus and attention and daydream around 2,000 times a day. Isn't that crazy? So we want a compelling, powerful story. Let's see the scores. Naha is in top position, followed by Boti McBoatface, which I don't need to keep saying, and Fabienne. S is right around the corner. Come on, you can do this. You guys are doing amazing. Effect number 5. When we tell stories, these stories affect the types of neurotransmitters that are released by the brain. And neurotransmitters have a large variety. I'm sharing only 3, but there's in fact around 25 that can be affected by a story. So we can affect dopamine, cortisol, oxytocin, adrenaline, noradrenaline, serotonin, endorphins, so many different things. And there's actually a way to design stories to have the right type of effect. And that's what marketers do most of the time. So as speakers, when you guys speak at Toastmasters, when you communicate your thoughts and ideas, it might be a powerful thing to research and find out what type of neurotransmitter or endorphin you want to release in a person, so that will affect the way they make decisions. Because DARPA, the defense organization of the US, did a lot of research, spent millions of dollars to find out if they shared powerful stories, would it affect the types of choices we make? And what they found was that yes, if we're overloaded with dopamine, we're going to be more active to buy products. If we're overloaded with cortisol, we're going to be more, motivated to avoid danger, okay? Like they've done with COVID. And if we are driven with high amounts of oxytocin, we're going to feel more empathetic and want to give. So give money or give support. And so that's what most organizations try to do. It's very powerful to keep that in mind. So let's find out your scores. Question 5 out of 7. Let's start the countdown and see who's gonna get this one right. Ba-dum-bum. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the answers are dopamine. So even though you thought it was adrenaline, and that's okay, but an exciting story actually drives dopamine first. A scary story will increase adrenaline, okay, and cortisol, all right? And a happy story or a loving story or an empathetic story will actually increase a lot of oxytocin. So good job. Let's see the scores. Ooh, this is getting close. I guess some people were not able to answer on time. Oh, here we go. Bodhi, you're back in position 1. My God, you have fast fingers, whoever you are. Question 6 out of 7. Ladies and gentlemen, final question for the day. How many brains do we have? Dun-dun-dun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Ooh, and that changed all the scores because we actually have 6. Isn't that crazy? So what does that mean? Let's see the scoreboard. And I'll tell you what the 6 are, I promise. 791 for KGN. Is that pushing you up into second position? That's amazing. All right. Well, let's talk about this. John, you're crazy. What do you mean by 6 brains? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the brain itself is one organ, but where we have a clump of neurons that work together and have their own programming, just like a phone that has an operating system, that has applications, is actually 6. And from these 6, we have the actual intestinal system, which is about 100 million neurons. You have the heart, which has neurons of its own. And then inside of the brain, we have 4 distinct areas, which we call the prefrontal cortex, neolimbic, paleolimbic, and reptilian. And what that actually means is that each of these brains is responsible for a different type of function. Now, when we communicate to these brains, we really want to simplify it for this short talk. So what that means is when I tell a story, I want to try to reach out to the head, and the head is observing, it's logical, it's reasoning, it's understanding. So it's okay to add facts and figures, but it shouldn't be the core of what I'm communicating as information. Without the context of a story, that information doesn't go through. The second part is the gut, which is our instinct. This is our reptilian brain. That means we're responding to the world from a sense of danger, survival. So when you see the child's life is about to go and the father is about to kill himself, that's all gut. And then finally the heart, which is inner life, emotions, memories, images, visions, how we relate to others and relate to ourselves and our social understanding. And this is so powerful because what it does is it actually affects the way we understand the world. So make sure that whenever you give your speech, you're reaching out, both speaking to the head, to the heart, and to the gut. Then you're going to get the maximum approach, and the brain activity is going to be very, very high, which means people are going to remember your stories. So how do we do that? Because it's not so easy to do. Here are some guidelines for you. This is a book I recommend you read. It's an incredible book. It's called Made to Stick. And what it talks about is why stories, okay, survive. I'll be done in 1 minute. So first, they have to be simple. Second, emotional. Third, truthful. Fourth, unexpected. Fifth, real. And sixth, concrete. So to track back, very simple, unexpected, emotional, real, and concrete means that if I'm applying them or they make sense to my world and my reality. So know your audience well. Last question, which is a bonus question to give you an opportunity to make up for the last position. Answer fast to get the highest points. Time's up. Good job. Whoops. Wow. I forgot to put the right answer. Oh my God. That's my mistake. I am so apologetic for you guys. I'm so sorry. Now I have to give 9 sessions away. So let's take a look at the scoreboard. I'm human. Bodhi McBoatface is in first position. So send me a chat here on Zoom, please, so that I know who that person is. All right, good job for that. Your key takeaways as a wrap up for this talk. Vishal, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm going to plug in my WhatsApp number. And that's how you can reach me directly on WhatsApp. And feel free to talk to me, and I will be happy to grant you an hour coaching session with me if you'd like. So just to wrap up, someone asked, does that mean we have 3 and the other 3 are parts of the brain itself? When we talk about 3, we're talking about operational brains, functional software. We're not talking about the hardware itself, okay? If I had more time to explain, definitely I would have done so. But just in general, if you go online and you research the 3 brains, you're gonna get a lot of information about that. If you research 6 brains, you're gonna get a lot of information about that. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or on Facebook. You can reach out to me also by WhatsApp. I'll put in my information. John.Kairouz is my Insta account. I also go live. I'm live today at 6:30. If you guys have questions, I'm more than happy to answer your questions there. You guys are incredible. I took up a lot of your time. Thank you so much. I hope this was effective for you. Jumping to the last slide. This is just to say thank you to you, and I'm done. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop sharing. 3, 2, 1. There we go.
That was a wonderful session. Thank you very much, Mr. John, for such an amazing session. Now, let me just present a certificate of appreciation to you for being a speaker for this event. Toastmaster Vishal. Once again, thank you so very much from the whole organizing committee.
It's my pleasure. Thank you. God bless you guys. It was an honor to be with you today. I wish you an incredible event, and thank you for considering me decent enough to be on your program. So thank you. Wish you a beautiful day.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Now, here we are at our last speaker. I still remember the reaction of one of the Toastmasters who is here in this event when the flyer of the speaker was released. She was too much excited, and when I checked the reason, she said she was so excited to see a non-Toastmaster and especially a person like him in the platform of Toastmasters. Now, our last speaker is Mr. Hussam Asim, aka Flip of Flipperachi. He is recognized as being one of the few passionate and devoted Arab rappers in Bahrain and Middle East as a whole. He knows how to convert his energy into a motivational drive to voice certain situations, feelings, and emotions until he breaks through. Let's welcome our next speaker, the Bahrain rapper and hip-hop artist, Flipperachi. Before that, can I just request our timer to please explain the timing criteria?
Good evening. Thank you once again. Mr. Osam, your speaking slot is for 20 minutes. And same, I will be alarming you at the 18, 19, and 20. The 20 will be the red one. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Latif. So let's welcome our speaker, Flipperachi, with the title, Le Wagef. Le Wagef Flipperachi. I hope I have pronounced it right. I'm really sorry for that. Mr. Hassan.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
Is the video is the video?
Now we can see you, but now it's off. Yep, now you are.
All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I want to send my gratitude and salutations to the Toastmasters, the guests, and everyone watching. I know I can't top off all the Toastmasters. I'm just here to give my takes on the topic today, which is Le Wagef. You have pronounced it a bit close, but that's cool because it's an Arabic word, And we use it lightly between our friends and families, but we don't really know, we don't appreciate the meaning of it. Lay White Gift is simply don't stop or keep going. And this word has been misused in a certain way, because we have a song called Lay White Gift. So I wanted to take that song because that's what we all about. We express our own feelings in our songs and tracks, and that's the most important thing, is that you express what you feel inside. So why did I choose Lay White Gift? It's because no one really keeps going these days. Everybody decides to stop just because there's some reasons that people stop these days. It's because people are afraid, basically, to keep on going, because some barriers, walls, obstacles, that these little objects that they've been created in the depths of our mind, by other people's experiences, random chats, friends, family, even our closest people. They try to, because they don't have a vision, so they try to limit your capabilities, and that's a little bit, depressing sometimes. But once you know your worth, once you know your capabilities, your abilities, and all of that, I'm sure that you are going to succeed in some way or the other. We are afraid of taking risks. Everyone is afraid of taking risks. And what's way worse than being afraid of taking risks is we are afraid of failing. And that just can destroy a person and his ambitions and everything that he have dreamt about or dreamt of doing. Unfortunately, failure to most of people means the end of the line, that you cannot come back from it. And that's really wrong, because failure is just a milestone that you have to run in order to succeed. You can't know your true worth until you really fail and you know exactly what is the right track for you to keep on going on, so that you know where to succeed or the right path. I mean, how many years have you been working hard? 2, 3, 4, Lay White Gift. How many times, or let's say, how many of your friends told you you're not gonna make it? 2, 3, 4, Lay White Gift. How many times your work failed to get the approval of people? 2, 3, 4, I don't care. You see something, do something else, but Lay White Gift. For surely there will come a time that you will succeed by the will of Allah, because Allah says, in Allah ma'as sabirin. And that means Allah is with the people that have patience. So once you have patience and good intentions in what you want to do, for surely you will reap what you sow. So make sure you always remember that. Because the moment we stop, the moment you just stop doing anything, you're just another face in the crowd. You're another sheep in the cattle. You're just another dead body. Because what makes us alive is these challenges, the blood and sweat while you're working. You'll never know the worth of the reward if you don't really work hard for it. And that's the process of Lay White Gift. That's the process of you can't stop. A wise man always told me that hard work can beat talent anytime, any day. What does that mean? As a hip hop artist, a lot of people said that you are talented. And yes, I was a bit talented at the time that I was developing my art. And a lot of people said that you were talented, but then the wise man, he's also my producer and manager, big shout out to DJ Outlaw, showed me that if you don't work hard, another cat in the industry or in the music industry is going to rise above you, even though you are more talented than him, because he keeps on working hard. He doesn't stop composing, writing, dropping, whatever it is, he doesn't stop at a certain point. Because believing in yourself is an essential, let's say it is a secret ingredient to succeed. Because at a point of my life, as in a music career, if you don't believe in yourself, then people would not really be convinced on what you drop and what work you put out, on whatever it is that you put out to the people. If you don't believe in it, people will not believe in it. So you have to believe in yourself, no matter what people tell you. I remember I was at school back in the day. I was at high school. I recently did a talent show, and I became the second. And it was really a high school talent show, so you wouldn't really think of it as a certain way, until this girl came and told me, I think you're gonna be Bahrain's Tupac. And looking at it, Bahrain's Tupac, I mean, there's no such thing. There couldn't be such thing in Bahrain. As an Arab culture, it was so hard for us to rise up in this type of genre, which is hip hop. So I was surprised years later that just not because she said you will become Bahrain's hip hop, it's just because she saw something in me that I didn't see myself. So that's a major point that everybody should remember. It's motivating yourself, and I know a lot of people don't motivate themselves. They can't be motivated at every time in their life. A lot of people are like semi-self-motivated. That you should be surrounded by people with the same goals, the same ambitions, or maybe higher than your ambitions, and that will always motivate you in doing stuff. You should be surrounded by the right people. The secret, yeah, it's never quitting. It's never quitting. That's all. That's all you have to do in life, and lay waqf is like the simple word for it. If you see anyone that had stopped in his point of life, tell him lay waqf. I tell you, he will tell you, what does that even mean? And then you start explaining for him that once you stop, then it's done for you, and that's not the right way you should be thinking of. That's yeah, and the fear of trying again causes misfortune. That's like never-ending misfortune for you once you stop on giving. Now, I stopped at a phase of my career, and I couldn't come back because I thought that I was not really in that level, and I got married and all of that. But that was my passion. I couldn't sleep well unless there was music. There was this art that I had to give out to the people, because I knew that if I don't do this, then I won't sleep good at night. I knew that. Especially as an Bahraini rap artist, it was hard in the beginning. And in 2016, I started giving out hits to the people, not knowing that from 2005 till that time, I was just trying my best to develop and improve my skills in the rap industry. And you know, in this art form of hip hop, outside of this region, it has a bad reputation, but because we are in Bahrain, we had to clean it up and polish it up for the people. And now, alhamdulillah, we can see a lot of people just loving the fact that we want to collaborate with you. You know, companies come and collaborate with us, which is rare. You know, company calling a hip hop artist to collaborate with, that would never have happened 10 years ago. You know, it was impossible. It was something that not a lot of people would do, especially in an Arab culture. So I don't really have much to say, because this is the passion. I mean, I'm advising to everyone that you know, everyone that you see, tell him it doesn't stop. It never stops. You have to keep on going. You have to always keep on going. So I would like to say to everyone, even if you think you're not good at it, surround yourself with the right people, take their inputs, evaluate yourself, and don't stop. Keep on doing, keep on going, don't stop. Lay waqf. That was my time. Thank you, everyone. Back to you.
Thank you so very much for motivating us and to letting us know that we should keep going, whatever it is. So here it is, just a small token of appreciation for you. This is Mr. Flipperachi. Thank you so much. So here we are towards the end of our section, end of the event. So to give the vote of thanks, let me just welcome our District 20 Club Growth Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah first.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies. Good evening to one and all. Once again, thank you for the speakers. Thanks for everyone here for being patient with us. I know that we are a little bit late. We apologize for that, but due to some technical difficulties, we could not really stick with the time. So we are 7 minutes late. Without taking further time from you, I would really love you to have the feedback on the link that was shared currently in the chat box. We really need to hear from you. We need to become better. And that's the core value, the core part of Toastmasters is evaluation. We need to know how did it go and how we can improve. And of course, we need to hear from you. There is very lovely training session that would be for a nominal cost. If you can just log into the feedback and leave your name if you are interested to learn more about Toastmasters. And like what Flipperachi just said, lay waqf, don't stop. You just introduced to something new currently. And this is exactly where the time you have to jump into the unknown to find yourself. I invite you, this is an open invitation for all of you, being a Toastmasters from outside our district or being non-Toastmasters who want to learn more about Toastmasters. Thank you so much for being here, and over to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you very much, DTM Khalid. Now let me welcome our event chair to give his vote of thanks, Toastmaster Faisal Jamil.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Farida. Thank you so much for being the wonderful audience. You have patience. We are not late, by the way. We were thinking maybe we will go over the time, but we are still on time. With your big round of applause, let me just release our Master of Ceremony from her duties. I would request moderator to please share her appreciation, token of appreciation. Toastmaster Vishal. Thank you so much, Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Farida, for conducting such a wonderful event. If you have seen already, as said by our Program Quality Director, Toastmaster DTM Khalid, that we have shared one feedback form with all of you. And that feedback form is the extract, whatever you have listened today, either from DTM Mohammed Shukri, why you should think before you join the Toastmasters, or even from the John, the different kind of brains and the performance, or even from our eminent speaker, Flipperachi, that why you should not stop. If you want to know more about the Toastmasters and how it works, how you can be one of the persons to master in different aspects of your life, so you can be one of our meeting as a guest. And there is a very special one document which called the Speechcraft, a small public speaking courses that you can also go through. The document is attached in that feedback form that you can download it. Before we go, that show was all about our role players and the team members. I would request our moderator to please go one by one. So I will just name them to just appreciate them with their work behind the scenes. Three, two, one, Vishal. He already won one session with John. A big round of applause for our head of registration, Toastmaster Muhammad Vikaruddin. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Muhammad Vikar. Our head of education, Toastmaster Faris Hassan, thank you so much for all your efforts. One and only Toastmaster Kajitan Barreto, DTM, our Zoom moderator. Our head of PR and marketing, Toastmaster Ala Latiki, who has designed everything, all the colors you see. All the text you see, the captions, our creative content writer, Toastmaster Bilyana Devachiva, thank you so much. Our event timer, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor, thank you so much for timing us today. Our second timer, Toastmaster Dayan, thank you so much, Dayan, for being here. Our Chief Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Siri Nivas, thank you so much for opening the meeting. And one and only again, once more, Toastmaster Farida Bai, Master of Ceremony, for conducting such a wonderful event. And I believe he put his name at last. Toastmaster Vishal, head of IT and presentation. He was running all the slides behind the scenes. Thank you so much, all the role players and all the wonderful audience for being here and to learn something new today about why you should think before you join Toastmasters, or the performance of the brain, or you should not stop, and why you should not stop. Thank you so much for all the speakers, role players, and the team members. With this, we will close our meeting, but don't forget to fill that feedback form where you will find a link or a document, a small public speaking course, which would be offered by virtually nowadays, and you can be part of it in 6 to 8 weeks to learn more about the Toastmaster or the public speaking. With this, I will officially adjourn the meeting, and then we can, if some people will stay, we can have a chit chat without any recording or live. I would request our moderator so we can stop the stream.